What's up everyone, this is Draco Evolve back again with another Manchester United video. Manchester United latest news, Manchester United latest transfer news, but this is my top three sort of top three midfielders Manchester United should be signing for the upcoming season. As you guys know, we had a dreadful end to the season with a lot of mediocre performances, especially in the midfield area. You had Pogba not being unreliable at the end. You had Matic who's lost it. You have Herrera who's gone for free. So at the current state, our midfield looks a bit light, and there has been a lot of transfer news, rumors going around that which midfielders should we be signing. I have covered the top three defenders that we should be signing, so do go and check it out. But this is realistic Manchester United transfers that we should be going for. You know, I'm not gonna name someone like Toni Kroos in there, or Verratti in there. You know, although they're gettable, but these are really unrealistic. You know, so anyway, without further ado, I will be doing sort of like a daily transfer news come next week, so watch out for that. But these are my top three players for the midfield position that Manchester United, Man United should be signing. And first up is, for those who watch the Premiership, it is Ruben Neves. He is a player from Wolves. He had a fantastic season, a very good season actually, and he is only 22 years old. Definitely gettable. He has absolutely wrecked us a few times along with Doucouré when we played against Wolves this season. As you can see around the stat side, he started 89% of the starting 11 with 88% minutes played. Goal participation is 14%, so he does give in a sort of chip in with the goals, or build up play towards the goals. He is primarily a defensive midfield position who can play central midfield, but mainly defensive position midfield. Obviously Matic is all over the place for us, and I think he should be sold off and make way for someone as young and hungry and proven and pacey as Ruben Neves. As you can see, he's only age 22 years old, and in the current market, I reckon if we bid around 30 to 40 million pound or so, we should be getting a top-notch player, one for the future, definitely one for the future, one that's Premier League proven, who's played a lot of matches, 35 appearances in the Premiership with 4 goals and 3 assists. So you can't go wrong with him. And him, Pogba, hopefully he stays. He's still a class player. McTominay, Pereira, and Fred, obviously, outside of these midfielders, we don't have many, and signing someone like him, it will be fantastic in my opinion. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think we should go for Ruben Neves, who's Portuguese, 22 years old? Why not take a punt? And he's definitely one that can improve us for sure, especially in the defensive midfield area, where Matic has pretty much lost his legs, and he's been kind of on and off for us for a lot of the season, picked up loads of injuries. So someone like him who can blend in with the team, who's young, who's hungry, can clearly see in his performances at Wolves, he has been doing very well. He's won several caps for Portugal already. In the last game, he has played for Portugal national team as well. So he can make a difference. That's what I think, he will make a difference. Next up now, this guy. All right, let me just zoom out. There we go. Nobody will know him, not many people know him, but he is a wonder kid. It is Sandro Tonali, and my god, he is a wonder kid. I mean, I've seen him a couple times, and obviously I play FM Manager, as you guys know, and he is a fantastic defensive midfielder. He is, let's just look at his stats. 92% of the time he has played at the age of 19, with 90% of the minutes he played, and he does chip in with goals with 14% of the participation. Again, he's a defensive midfield option with an ability to play in the central midfield, but mainly his strength lies in the defensive midfield option. He plays for Brescia, who's a Serie A team, and you know what, he's gonna come very cheap. He can come probably close to 15 million pound, 10, 15, 20 million million at tops. Someone of his attitude, someone of his mold, someone of his drive, someone who's so young, who's already a staple in the Brescia starting 11, and he's got a pass in him, doesn't he? He reminds me of Toni Kroos. He's very young, sits around at the back, pings balls around, and of course, yes, his weakness probably around his upper body, his strength, especially in the Premiership, he'll get mauled over. But someone who's young, who's willing to develop, who we can work on that. I mean, you look at Ronaldo when he came in, he was skinny, you know, he's very skinny. Look at Rashford, he's very skinny, but they can easily bulk up. And probably, personally speaking, he might not be in our starting 11 immediately, but I think over the course of the season, there's loads of games to be played. You got the FA Cup, you got the EFL Cup, you got the Europa League, you got the Premiership, of course, and someone like that, and obviously we're thinking about 3-4 year plan, but someone like that who can mold into, after 2-3 seasons, to be a staple wonder kid, a 19-year-old midfielder, plying his trade in a United engine room. You know, imagine that. He's got a very good passing range in him. So that's it. That's my second prediction, you know, that I would like for United to sign, which is Sandro Tonali. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Have you guys heard about him? Have you guys seen him play? How is he? Do you prefer to take him? You know, just let me know. Last but not least, here's a bit of a controversial one, but I thought, let me give it a try. It is Adrien Rabiot. He is 24 years old for PSG. Yes, he's had a lot of problem in the PSG dressing room with the board, etc., etc. As you can see, he's only started 32% of the starting 11. He plays mainly in the central midfield position. He's only 24. He is a left footer, and he is available for free, and that's probably the only reason I've included him. Yes, there was a lot of attitude he's been giving, apparently a lot of problems he's been having in the background, but someone who we can get for free, who's very clearly talented. He just needs his head right, and someone in the mold of Andre Herrera, who is leaving, and he is exactly what you call a Herrera type of player, who's very snappy in midfield, very mobile, goes vertically rather than horizontally a lot. And you know, for return, he played 14 times and he scored 2 goals and 1 assist. So for 14 games, for that return, it's not too bad, I will say. However, his attitude is the one that's problem. But if he's someone for free, yes, you know what, bring him in. You know, bring him in for free, who can play as a rotational midfield, you know, rotating. He's only 24, rotating between McTominay, Fred, obviously the other 2 potential players that we might be hopefully signing, and obviously Pogba. And, you know, I don't mind having him, but his attitude is the one that probably is putting a bit of a doubt in my head, you can say. But someone who's free, why don't you give it a try, give him a short-term contract, give him a rotational sort of squad player, so he doesn't throw his toys out of the pram, just like he did with PSG, so he knows his place. And clearly he is going to be leaving PSG this summer, and I thought, why not give him a chance. But anyway, guys, these are the top 3 midfielders that I think United should be signing this summer. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, if there's other midfielders that I've missed up. And I try to include as many of realistic targets as possible, not unrealistic. Yes, you know, we want your Mbappes or Toni Krooses or etc., but you know, they're not going to be gettable. Let's face it. So someone that's, you know, within the budget, who is going to be moving, who is potentially going to be moving, who's young, hungry, and a little bit proven. And if you see my top 3 defenders that United should sign in my previous video, you can see that these 3 defenders are easily gettable, and they will immediately improve our team. And I feel the same thing about these 3 signings over here, minus probably Tonali, who's one for the future, but he's going to be very cheap, so why not get him for the next 3-4 years, hoping to develop in. But certainly Ruben Neves and Adrien Rabiot will definitely be improving our midfield from the current exodus we have, in terms of, say, Herrera going, or potentially Matas going, and then you got topsy-turvy players, which is Pereira, who's 50-50, Fred, who hasn't had the best of the season, Pogba as well 50-50, and McTominay is the only one that came on really strong towards the end. But you see our midfield is very light in terms of the depth of it. The quality is there, but the depth of it and, you know, performance of it, I think rotating around bringing in the youngsters coming in with a mix of experienced players like Pogba and obviously Adrian Rabiot. Despite being 24, he has a lot of experience. But that's what I feel, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next upload, which will be the top 3 strikers or forwards United should be signing.